I know you couldn't wait for this year to come. When you saw some of the moves and the dominoes falling throughout the offseason, what was your reaction?
Gosh, disbelief at first. It almost came together like that perfect storm where it was so unexpected, and then you look up 2 weeks later and you look at our lineup and you're kind of going, okay, I like where we're at. And you know, my hat's off to the ownership group of the Blue Jays and everybody. They put us in such a great position to compete and to go out there and hopefully win a title. People keep telling us that in Canada there's a little bit of a buzz, and that's good. I mean, they have every right to.
A lot of that excitement is about you and you being healthy and being able to pitch without pain. What's your mindset at right now?
Yeah, no, I feel great. I'm in such a good place right now. I feel healthy. The ball's coming out great. I got no complaints. I'm exactly where I should be.
How difficult was it for you as a competitor and one of last year's new acquisitions everyone was excited about, not to be able to perform the way you wanted to?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, obviously, you never want to get injured, and it was such a humbling experience because I was down here in Florida rehabbing for 3 months, and everybody on the team was in Toronto, and that's where you want to be. You want to be with your teammates, going out and battling with them. I just used that as motivation this whole offseason.
What did you learn about yourself during that process?
That, you know what, not everything goes the way you expect it to. Sometimes you get some wrinkles in your plans, and you got to adjust. And it just kind of made me more patient, and you know, made me work harder and get back to a position where I want to be better than I ever was.
They say about great pitchers that they're confident enough to perform, but humble enough to prepare. That process and all the work you had to do to get back to this place, do you think you're at a better spot than you were a year ago? Oh,
without a doubt. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like I've done everything I can off the field to make sure I'm at my best on the field. And you know, when you have that, that's all that matters. You can kind of let the chips fall where they may. If you feel prepared and you're ready, there's pretty much nothing to fear. You go out there and you just play ball.
Take the average fan into the mindset of a player when they're not right and they're struggling, and the will is there, but you can't physically do what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the mind is a powerful thing, and gosh, I tried to fight through it for so long, and you know, you do more harm than good because you start changing your mechanics just so you kind of throw pain-free, and that's not what you want to do because then you'll end up hurting something else. So it's that fine line of being tough, but also knowing, you know, if I'm not healthy, I'm not helping the team a whole lot.
In April last year, you must have been going through such a myriad of emotions. You welcome a son into the world, but at the same time, shortly after, you were struggling with your health. What was that time period of your life like?
You know, it kind of came as a blessing in disguise because it allowed me to take my mind off what I was going through injury-wise. Obviously, you know, I was blessed with a beautiful, healthy boy, and so he took my mind off a lot of that, and having a new baby and being around it just kind of, like I said, lit that fire, and you know, there was one other person in my family that I had to work hard for, and it definitely helped, and it was just nice being around every day and seeing him kind of grow to 10 months already.
Coming home to a family and a little guy who has no idea what your ERA is, does that put everything else in perspective?
Without a doubt. I mean, you know, I'll come home after a blown save, and my kids will, you know, not even know. I have an 8-year-old boy as well and a 5-year-old girl, and they just tell me and see me as dad. They don't see me as the guy who blew the save on Sportsnet or everything else and ESPN and all that stuff. So it's nice to kind of get away and just be a dad.
The role of the closer was something given to you last year. You not being the closer necessarily coming out of camp, does that change your approach at all?
No, not one bit. I mean, my job is to go in and get 3 outs as quickly as possible. So whether that's in the 7th, 8th, or 9th, doesn't really matter. I take that same focus, pitch by pitch, and just try to get my job done. I would still love to be a closer, you know, and I'm still fighting, pushing, and working to get to that point. If it happens, great. If not, then you know, I'll have fun setting up Casey, because Casey had such a great year last year. Coming through all the trials and tribulations, the strife physically and mentally last year, if you were able with this team to win a World Series, what would it mean to you? Gosh, it'd mean everything. I mean, who doesn't dream about a World Series moment when you're, you know, 5 years old playing wiffle ball? It would be a dream come true, and you know, we definitely have the chance. I think Alex and the Blue Jays and everybody else have put us in a position to get there. We feel like if we play as a team the way we're all capable of playing, where we don't need anybody to do extra, just have everybody do their job, I'll take us up against anybody.